This is a comedy video.
In video games, there's a thing called voice chat, and it comes in like Neapolitan, 3 flavors. You got private chat, which you use to chat with people you personally invite, which is primarily to use to yell at your friends and call them stupid f***ing idiots. Yeah, thanks.
You shot me!
You just walked by a guy on the ground. You fucking blind ass! You also got team chat, which is used to talk to your teammates and allies in game, which is primarily used to yell at them and call them stupid f***ing idiots.
Pay attention, Hayden!
Damn.
God damn it, Hayden. Someone grab a katana and decapitate him.
And then you have his glorious, his magnificence, his eminence himself. All chat, make way, peasants, make way, serfs. His eminence, all chat, has made his way to come here and deem you worthy to listen to his words. Nay, gospel. Preach, my friend, and show us your wisdom.
The ones with the straw hats.
What?
Oh, you shoot the ones
The farm boys?
The goddamn rice eaters.
Or in your language, ching chong pung pong, mother.
Okay, you got me. Chat isn't always going to be the most friendly place imaginable. Sometimes people might be friendly, sometimes people might be hostile, and sometimes people might say things that would get them punched in the mouth in real life. Trust me, I know.
Hey, excuse me,
That was good.
I got fucking socked. Do you see the blood?
Oh, yeah.
But do you know what chat is always going to do? Build a sense of community. A place where people can flourish and make friendships, whether it's for the match, for the game, for the year, for the life, you never know. So knowing this, what do you think big video game corporations are doing? That's right. They are trying to take away your freedoms. They are trying to silence you. They are putting emotes in the chat so you can't call your friends gay. This is Goblin Man Legs Jones coming to you live from Gamer Wars, and I'm here to tell you, big video game, that's what we're gonna call people like Activision, Blizzard, Valve, all those people, big video game are trying to control your social life. I know I sound like a madman, but just like the mouth of Sauron or the words of Wormtongue, all I do is speak the truth. Big video game has slowly, throughout the years, been trying to do their best to remove your ability to build a community. It started with the removing of community servers from video games. Then they started to remove chat and only allow you to speak with emotes. Why? Well, I'm gonna get to it. But first, let's talk about the modern day. Modern day.
I really like how crisp this M is. It's just like,
do you see the curvature on the O right here?
yeah,
That's really like
the rigidity of all the.
Based on the state of AAA games I've been playing over the last few years, big video game would have me thinking that nobody likes to talk anymore, that nobody wants to create any friendships, and that everybody prefers to be cavemen doing goddamn interpretive dance. If that is the case, then riddle me this, gaming dude. Why is it that every time I open a social media app, I'm bombarded, barraged, assailed with screaming, laughter, friendships forming, rivalry starting, all from clips of whatever the indie video game darling of the month is. Peak, Dale Dawson. Hell, just for a throwback while playing this video, I jumped into Lethal Company and joined a random lobby just to see if it was still popping, and
Oh shit! Oh, okay, hold on.
How do you save him? You have to leave me out of here. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
still a great time with strangers. So do you know what this tells me? It tells me that the children, they yearn. They yearn for the slurs! Or maybe they just yearn for a good time with virtual buddies. Honestly, tomato, tomato. So why is big video game convinced in pushing this anti-community narrative? Easy. Because it's just not profitable to have you make friends. I know, wild accusation, but just follow me along on this preceding example. The example starts now. Back in the day, I used to play a lot of this game called CSGO. I played a lot of casual. Why? That's because they had all talk enabled for living players. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Mic spam, slurs, trash talk, which, in your defense, I mean, those things probably happened, but I don't really remember those times. Those were years ago. Do you remember every single time someone ever called you something in a lobby? No. But you know what I do remember after all these years? The memories built with strangers in just random lobbies. dueling people honorably in the halls of office, enemy player playing instrumentals while someone on my team rapped with me hyping him up, lobby-wide hostage negotiations in the terrorist conference room.
All right, guys, listen. I think me and Hayden are willing to make the ultimate bargain here.
Yes.
You guys get 2 candy bars, and we get both hostages. How does that sound?
It was inside of these stupid fun moments I met some dude named Hammy. We clicked, and from there we were like, wanna try competitive? And you already know, your boys created some gaming strats that would put Cloud9 to shame.
We gotta do the death rattle with your Glocks. You gotta put fear into their heads.
While playing, I learned that Hammy never played the original Modern Warfare 2. Insane, which means he never got to experience what it was like to drop a nuke. Ugh, sickening. So I bought it for him, we jumped in, and...
You didn't lay prone! You didn't lay prone! You're just standing here. Oh my god.
I didn't know I used it, okay?
I mean, on the bright side, we did eventually get him his nuke. Then Hammy heard about a beta of a little game called Hunt Showdown. He bought it for both of us, we dove right in, and... So this was back before skill-based matchmaking, and I dare say in the bayous we found ourselves utterly destroyed. We sat there cowering, had me on the ground dead, and I did the one thing that someone of principles, moral, and honor would have done in this situation. Told him how bad I sucked at the game and begged for my life. Come on, who wouldn't have done this? And you know what came from this? The dude felt so bad for us that he helped us kill the first boss so him and his partner could get bounties, then went over to the second bounty and helped us kill him so that he could then escort us and extract us in case someone else came to fight. Like, I'm just saying, I mean, sometimes being a fucking idiot who's bad at the game has its benefits, huh? It's not looking so bad to be bad. Shout out to you, Rounds. And after that, he asked us if we ever played Rust. So we went and joined Rust. On Rust, we met 𝕖𝕒𝒒𝒒𝒒𝒒💏 𝕖𝕒𝒒𝒒💏 was like, yo, you guys heard of Outlast? What if I told you could experience big swinging dicks with your friends? So we jumped into Outlast trials.
Oh, Walnut?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Was that you?
I'm in a fucking
closet
right now.
Oh, wait, that wasn't... And there we met Epic Trainer, blah, 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 blah. You guys get the point. Years of friendships, new acquaintances, memories, all born from just one random lobby full of strangers, and within all of that, 2 random people just clicked. Starring Adam Sandler. And I know I'm not alone in this. I'm sure many of you can relate. Whether it was a Call of Duty lobby, a GTA 5 heist story, I don't know, Second Life with your furry avatar who carries around a Garrus potty pillow. I'm sure we can all relate to making a friend in a game that transcends just that one multiplayer match. End example, pop quiz. Can you tell me what was wrong with this section right here? Wait, I don't know, sorry. The section I just played, what was wrong with that example? That is correct. Because in this example, we went from one game to another game, to another game, to another game, to another... This one made more sense if I was showing you this. I was just showing... I was showing you a bunch of clips. They kind of fucked that up. But I was going from game to game to game to game. Which means... I was leaving the ecosystem, which they were trying to trap me in. Why is this important? You already purchased their game. Why do they even care at this point? Easy. They care because they aren't just selling you a product. They're selling you as the product. The longer you play, the more you are in their ecosystem, the more data points they get. It's called player retention. When they get this data, they can then go take these data points to a major corporation company who owns some of the biggest movie and gaming franchises in the world and say, yo, what's hip happening? I got this PowerPoint presentation that'll blow your fucking minds. And then, with the data they just sold, they secure either, future funding, or they secure a brand sponsorship or partnership or a license to use an IP. With this new license, they make new product, skin, weapon skins, player skins, emotes, levels, events, and what do they do with this? They bring it back, and that's right, they sell it right back to you. They sold you a product to get a product, to sell that product, to get more product, to sell it back to you. It's a convoluted cycle. They could have made that sound a little bit more simple. It's a cycle because the more we buy and support the product they got from selling us, they can then go sell us to go buy more product to sell right back to us. Oh my God, I've never felt so betrayed. is what I would like to say. But that's a selfish line of thinking. Who am I to dare deprive a mega billion-dollar corporation of $5 for the next Master Chief skin in their game? And I dare say you guys too. I can already tell by the way you guys are listening that you guys probably are looking at these mega corporations in a negative light. And I decided to create an example of why you guys are being selfish. Because every single time you decide to not support a mega corporation and spend money on their big game and stay in their ecosystem and become selfish and decide to make a friend and go create life memories instead of just being a product, this is what happens. Right here. I'm Hayden Chapman, aka Goblin Man 5000.
And I'm Kevin Craig, aka Kevin Craig.
And we're doing a rendition of every time you guys make a friend and leave the gaming ecosystem a corporation is created. Thank you. Oh my god, a player has made a friend and left the ecosystem that we created to sell them things. I'm bankrupt.
I'm gonna go kill my wife.
And see. Oh my god.
That was so great.
Fantastic.
Oh my god. That was amazing.
Oh my god. I see why you've been recommending. Okay. Jokes aside, let me loop everything together here. Let me get to the point of the video and make sure we're all on the same page. Big video game makes a lot of money keeping players playing and selling their data and then selling them additional content. A part of this involves brand deals. Major Corp Co. is willing to go full Jared Fogle and expose their IP to kids because marketing is all about familiarization and desensitization to their product. So what's better than to put their imagery into video games everyone is playing? But here's the thing. They don't want bad publicity. They don't want someone saying the N-word when Major Corp Co. man comes through the door. That would be terrible. So what does Big Video Game do to keep making sure Major Corp Co. gives them their IPs, their player retention stays high, and they keep players from leaving or having a bad experience? They remove any liability by limiting or removing the most amount of socialization possible, which means AI voice moderation, removal of text chat, removal of all chat, removal of just general voice chat. And you know what they replace it with? Emotes, which, by the way, isn't just to make it a friendly place. It's so they can control what you can and cannot say, so they can future-proof their game so it can move to the mobile markets or China or any of the really, honestly, any country without free speech. There's a lot of like laws and regulations, so if you want to operate and sell product there, you kind of need to pay to make sure your game is moderated. So video game companies are trying to also cut corners because they don't want to pay for moderation. They want a computer to control moderation. A computer. This is getting ridiculous. Listen. Chat creates moments and memories that we used to have as a kid when we went to like LAN parties or to play with our friends. You have multiple consoles hooked up, you guys are all talking shit, you're all having fun. It brings those memories into the modern day. But except back then when we were kids and would want to go over to other people's house, we're now adults and we're actively trying to avoid any type of personal contact with anybody outside of our homes. The beauty of video games is the fact that it is the great equalizer. No matter your age, your ethnicity, your location, or your language, we are all brought together by a mutual interest. The game we're playing.
Well, my name is Jorge, George in English.
Hey!
Testing. Can you hear me?
No, espera, no sé cómo decirlo.
Oh, we don't.
I have exam right now.
Oh, here we go.
Tengo que irme. Tengo examen.
Oh, you got an exam? Okay, we got to get you out of here. We're so close. We're going to get you out of here. Operation Exam Extraction. And from there, the seeds of friendship and community are planted. What I'm trying to say is, in the quest of us trying to make the safest, most inoffensive place possible, I believe we have began to lose sight of what makes video games so special. And I don't necessarily mean we. I think we have just turned a blind eye to what big video game is doing. I'm not advocating that some moderation is wrong. I'm just more of standing here on my soapbox and warning you of the end times because all these bells and whistles are kind of more detrimental than I think most of us think. People are not one homogenized group. People bond, people play, people joke in many different ways and forms depending on their location, culture, their personality, whatever have you. And right now, you may be thinking that these new guidelines and rails really help. But who is dictating what is right and what is wrong? Where is the line drawn? And with the introduction of AI enforcement and moderation, how can it differentiate between people just having fun and people trying to genuinely hurt one another? I'm gonna play you one last clip before I end this video, and I want you to genuinely tell me what you think big video game and their AI moderation would do.
What's that like special strength that certain individuals with maybe an extra chrome? What it's called again?
You know, I'm gonna stop you right there.
I'm asking a medical question.
Asking a medical question to me. Okay, like Clue's a medic in game, not real fucking life.
It's called role-playing, Luke. Have you heard of it?
No, I'm not a fucking nerd. That plays fucking real time. Oh, here's my real time.
By the way,
here's my fucking
this is.
I just want to say, you say you don't fucking roleplay, but have you seen your video essays? You were playing as someone with intelligence, but compared to now, which isn't you, you're a fucking idiot.
All right, get your guesses in, and put them in the comment section below. You got them in? Good, because if you said ban both parties, you'd be 100% on the money. And that's the fucking problem. If you overheard this and knew nothing about either party, you probably would just think that these are two people being toxic and fighting. You might be able to pick up more nuance over time as you get more and more exposed to these two individuals, but, AI, and in turn, Big Video Game, does not understand or care that me and 𝕄𝕒𝕛𝕠𝕣 have had over 15 years of friendship, and every time we play, we have fun by yelling at each other and calling each other stupid fucking dumbasses.
Okay.
Oh, look, diesel flavored potato chips.
Shut the fuck up and listen to me for a second here. Here's the
energy drink. It sounds great.
And if at any point either of us ever had an issue, we would have just said it by now. Hell, I even went to another country to visit this man, and we, with our mutual friend Sparky, hit the gritty while playing VR. This was the top of last year. If we had a problem, you think we would even be doing that? No. But does Big Video Game and its new AI understand that nuance? No. They just see two people yelling at each other, and they think, is there a potential of this hurting our bottom line? And they make a verdict based on that. Who gets to decide what is fun and what is not? And at a certain point, where does the line get drawn? Today, we all agree, we'll get rid of slurs. Tomorrow, let's get rid of yelling. Next week, let's get rid of anybody who even raises their voice over a normal talking tone. And the month after that, I don't know. How about we get rid of anybody who speaks ill of Major Corp Co.'s newest movie? Because that's gonna damage our potential of getting a brand sponsorship. Listen, Big Video Game isn't implementing any of this to make a safer environment for you. They're implementing all of these tools to make a more friendly environment for their bottom line. And that's the video. Do your part to keep the motherfucking rent low. Do your part to keep the motherfucking rent low. Do your part to keep the motherfucking rent low. Do your part to keep the motherfucking rent low. Popped off this